Everyone. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Scranton Talks. My name is Desiree Zielinski, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm the co-founder of the Independent Film Creative Hub. I'm also the founder of NAPA Film Society, which is a local filmmaking community here in Northeast Pennsylvania, and I'm the organizer of the Mystery Box Film Challenge as well.
Yes, welcome everyone on a very, very special Scranton Talks. My name is Luz Cabrales, for those who don't know me. I am also the co-founder of the Independent Film Creative Hub, as well as the founder of Scranton Films, where we aim to bring film back to Scranton. Right, Desiree?
That's right.
Yes, we're working very hard to try to give you these shows here where we highlight filmmakers, but and as well as have fun while we learn and share everyone's journey, like creative journey, right? So we are also very excited because we're pretty much in every social media right now. So please make sure that you follow us. Today we are trying something new. We are going live on LinkedIn as well. Just to kind of get a little bit of a different demographic. So for those who are listening today, if you are interested in coming to our show and share your experience, share your creative journey, and just motivate some filmmakers, some creatives, getting to know maybe some are veterans, some are just starting out, it's just a great way to all come together and make something creative. So thank you so much for everyone that is joining today and is watching. Yeah, and I think it's a very special episode. I'm not sure why. Why is today special, Desiree?
It is a very important day. It is May the 4th. So happy May the 4th. May the Force be with you. All Star Wars. We should really have this day off, honestly.
You
but no, we
don't.
So happy Star Wars Day to everyone. Just side note, I know Carrie Fisher had received her Hollywood Star today, which was very good. We are very excited about today's episode. Unfortunately, our guest that we had today had an unforeseen commitment, so he might be able to join on later, but he has not arrived. But we have our awesome group of panelists. We have Rich Drees, Josh Bidwell, Tony Susie, myself, and Luz will be moderating. We'll be talking everything and anything about Star Wars today.
Exactly. And I mean, I'm excited because it's Scranton Talks. I'm not as excited because it's May the 4th, but that's okay. That's what makes me a great moderator, right? But we're all wearing Star Wars shirts. Well, not we. You're all wearing Star Wars shirts except me. I'm wearing Scranton Films. But guess what? This is basically the Lucasfilms of Scranton. So basically, I'm kind of like there, right? So I fit in. I think I fit in. So are you ready, Desiree? What we're going to do is I was just going through doing some research today for the show, and I came across a great promo that StarWars.com put out. Again, we don't have the rights for it, but
you're showing it in appreciation and love for Star Wars.
Yeah, we're basically just reposting. We're reposting on our social media, which is Scranton Talks. So please don't sue us. But if you are
owned by Disney,
that means somebody's watching, right? So there you go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play that, and then we're gonna introduce our filmmakers and creatives today that are gonna have. I think I put together a really good list of questions for this trivia day.
Yeah.
So let me play that, and then we'll bring them in one by one. Okay.
Sounds good. Yep.
All right, let me put that on.
There are stories about what happened.
The Force, the Jedi. It's true. All of it. We've passed on all we know. But this is your fight.
There will be times when the struggle seems impossible.
I'm on fire.
Remember this. Freedom is a pure idea. Remember that the frontier of the rebellion is everywhere.
This is the way. May the Force
Be with you.
always.
Wow.
Yay.
That was pretty cool. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much, Tony, Josh, and Rich for being here today.
Thank you so much.
Desiree is going to do a quick introduction. We had Tony and Josh here with us before, but we never had Rich. So we're going to kind of just introduce a little bit of what they do and then ask you guys a couple questions just to get you ready for this trivia. I mean, you think you know it all, right? Is that what it is? Is that what you're here?
Most of it.
Try to. We're pretty good at it.
You guys are getting nervous. That's what's happening. Okay, that's all right. So Desiree, I'll let it. I'll go right ahead. Do your thing.
Yeah, so we have Tony Susie, who's a local filmmaker, graphic designer, art director, local to Northeast Pennsylvania. We have Rich Dries, who is a film critic and filmmaker and producer himself. And we also have Josh Bidwell, who's a filmmaker and actor locally here in Northeast Pennsylvania as well. If I forget anything, did I miss anything? You can add if you want to.
No, I think I mean I hope you guys see the effect that I'm putting. We're like even like in space right now. So I hope you appreciate that I took the time to do that, even though I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. Okay, so what I appreciate it, but you know.
Yeah, Luz.
I'm gonna start with Rich, okay? Just because we have given Tony and Josh the platform before, but we're gonna just ask Rich a couple questions, just to sort of like what I see that you do reviews, you critique films, you're a film critic for a living, correct? Like, tell me a little bit about that and just kind of what that's kind of exciting. That's a little bit something new that we haven't had here before.
Well, it's not. I don't do film criticism for a living, but I do it as a vocation. It's something I feel kind of almost drawn to continue on and do, and writing about film and film history. And a large part of that, I feel, just traces right back to the summer of 1977 when I first saw Star Wars as an 8-year-old kid. Obviously at the time we didn't have home video. Didn't have anything on, the internet didn't exist. So after you saw Star Wars, you either saw Star Wars again or you kind of watched because everybody was Star Wars was huge. It was just like this, just impact onto American pop culture that has never been rivaled, really. And sometimes I feel it's kind of hard to explain it, even from my viewpoint as a kid at the time. It was just, suddenly it was everywhere. And all sorts of TV shows and TV magazines and news shows and stuff like that were wanting to cash in on that, get a little of that Star Wars action. So you would have the making of Star Wars TV special, or a news magazine would do a special about John Williams. They do 20 minutes, and you tune in, you find out about this stuff, you tune in to watch, and because you might get 10 seconds of the Millennium Falcon flying by, and when you're 8 years old, that's awesome.
Right.
Yep.
And that's what I love about it. Like you said, the behind the scenes, the people that are actually making these films. I think it's amazing. As far as that.
With all of those behind the scenes looks, things like that, talking about how Star Wars drew from Flash Gordon serials in the 30s and this kind of influence and that kind of influence, I suddenly started to build, unknowingly, this encyclopedia of film knowledge and film history. And then I'd be, as I got a little older, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Let me go track that down. When, suddenly when we had VCRs and stuff like that, I could find, a big 2-tape set of all the Flash Gordon, serial episodes. And you sit down, you watch that one afternoon. And slowly and surely, it got me to here.
Very, very cool. I know you also have a website, right, where you where you usually I mean, you have interviewed a lot of people and a lot of celebrities and professionals. Tell us a little bit about that and just kind of how now that you were introduced to the Star Wars world when you were little and then you grew up. What is your career creative? I'm sorry, your creative journey where it took you as far as writing for it.
Well, I think like any kid, who has, like a bunch of Star Wars figures or stuff, you're always playing and, making up new stories and stuff like that. And then when I was 12, my godparents gave me, The Empire Strikes Back had just come out. My godparents gave me this book, which has the script. So I was like, oh, wow. That's that, I knew what a script was, awesome. I think, at that point, but I never really had a chance to read one. And it also had like all sorts of cool storyboards and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like halfway to a comic book. This is kind of cool. And, that kind of got me first interested in like reading scripts and screenplays and stuff like that. And then I think in junior high, I remember we read in our advanced English class, we read a Twilight Zone script for The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street. And we kind of broke that down. And that helped me going, okay, I've seen this episode, but now we start talking about themes and characters and stuff like that. And, so that, again, all gets shoved into the mill. And, just, and for years, I just kind of was, established the website, Film Buff Online in like 99, 2000, right as the .com bubble was bursting. So that was a really good move.
And I'm gonna pull it up so you can talk freely about it as well. I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot with that, but I just want people to know as well. Like if there are people out there, kids, youngsters that are trying to get into this business, I mean, it's not always just behind the camera or anything like that. You can write for film, like you can do that. So I'm just pulling it up right now. Pardon me if I didn't do it right, but I think it is there. Just talk to me a little bit about that and kind of how you get those stories across, and then we'll move on to Tony and Josh, kind of like saying like how I know Tony said he had a couple questions before we started, so I'm going to leave the floor for him. Okay?
Well, as a writer, as a film reviewer, I've been reviewing, since we opened up the site, in like 2000, like I said, 1999, 2000, somewhere in there. And at some point around 2008, I was, for a time living in Philadelphia area, and I just got on the marketing people's email lists saying, hey, we're having a screening for critics on such and such a date. Mm-hmm. And it's gotten to the point where I'm a member of the Philadelphia Film Critics Circle. I was just inducted into there last year, which is a great honor. Some great people in there, and kind of a nice validation I felt. And in terms of some of the other things I write about, like I'll comment, I'll read, take a look at the headlines on Hollywood Reporter a couple of times a day. Something catches my eye, I want to kind of write about it. Just even if it's just like doing it as a news story or adding some extra context to it, maybe a little bit more history than what I'm seeing on some of the other websites where they just kind of like bang it out real quick, and then I do that. I take a look at what's coming up. Is there something I can write, a feature piece on, something I've been dying to research myself, and then I just kind of go and do the research. And even if it doesn't have any kind of thing to plug, like, it doesn't relate to the star of the month on TCM or anything else, I'll just still do it anyways, just for my own edification, and then just put it up and hopefully people enjoy it. And if not, maybe some point in the future, somebody will be Googling for, some information about so-and-so, and boom, hopefully if my SEO is working,
No,
Which
that's very important. I mean, that's definitely a great point that you make there. That even if you think that there's only one person that's watching, or one person that's reading, I mean, that is one person that is gonna
yes.
get that information. It
Yeah.
may change their view on
Mhm.
something that maybe they didn't know before. So great job on that. I'll leave the floor to Tony now.
Yeah.
I have a question. I have a question, Rich, because I don't think I was aware that you saw the first Star Wars in theaters in 1977. So like you said, it was a cultural phenomenon, but like,
Mhm.
was that what drew you to go see it initially, or were you just like, oh, there's this movie, I'm going to go see it? Like, was it your friend saying you need to see this, and that like, because the moment before not having Star Wars in your life, like, what was that about? Like, how was that?
I can tell you the exact moment I heard about Star Wars.
Oh,
I was over at my friend Todd Pettibon's house. They lived across the street from the side street from us. His older brother had seen the movie. We were playing with like some army men or something like that. And his brother came in and was like, guys, his older brother, probably 15, 16, 17 years old. And he was like, you got to see this movie. It's like spaceships and stuff like that. And like this giant ship comes out and it's like a giant battle cruiser in space. And, all these things started to go, ooh, hello, what? And I'd seen like some episodes of Star Trek maybe in reruns at that point. But, I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds really fun. That sounds cool. And, it took a little bit of convincing to my parents, because it was PG. Ooh. And, but I think my older brothers, who my oldest brother who had a car and everything and drove already, was kind of like, I want to go see this movie. So finally, he and his girlfriend at the time took me and my younger brother to see it.
That's the thing too. I feel like Star Wars is such a like cross-generational communal thing with some families. Like I was introduced to it through my cousins and my older cousins, so it was like this sort of rite of passage to like see all the Star Wars and then like also just be really involved with loving Star Wars from an early age for me, but
I mean, at the time everybody dug Star Wars and stuff like that, but I was kind of like the guy who went into the deep end on it. Reading the comics and stuff like that, and getting that first spin-off novel from Alan Dean Foster, and all that
Splinter
stuff.
the Mind's Eye.
Yeah.
How about you, Josh? I know that they make a great point that everybody has their own experience with Star Wars. What was your experience? With Star Wars.
I mean, when I was first introduced to Star Wars, it was actually from my parents' old VHS tapes that we used to have. And I don't know. It's just we popped one in, and I don't remember the moment exactly, but I knew that we were just like really into it. Like we enjoyed the story. We were just like, pretending and to be like the people on there. And I think we wore out each videotape of the original trilogy. But I think my parents still have it somewhere. I think it's in their attic. I'm not sure. I hope they didn't get rid of it though. But either way, they probably don't work if we try to watch them now. But I could definitely go up there and see if they still have it. But I think that was the first time where I actually started like loving Star Wars and then loving everything about it, and just just the kinds of story that it was, and it just got me into sci-fi watching for the most part. So I have Star Wars to thank for that.
Very cool. How about I know Desiree has shared her story before, but it's been a year, so
I can share it again. No, well, it is. I can relate to the generational aspect because my father got into Star Wars because he saw the original as well because he was around during the 1970s. But yeah, he saw the originals, and he usually says like what got him interested in Star Wars is they remind him of spaghetti westerns, like the good guys versus the bad guys, things like that. So he loves Star Wars, and I remember when I was 9, he showed me the 3 original trilogies he had on beta tapes. So we watched the 3 original trilogies. They're not the remastered ones out there right now. These were the original on beta tapes, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I was interested. But then in 1999, Episode 1, Phantom Menace comes out to theaters. He takes me to see Phantom Menace, and that just like smacked everything to me. And I know a lot of people like hate on the prequels sometimes for how they are or how they look, or people just don't like them. But I love them because they're the ones that got me into Star Wars, like seeing Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. So that's how I got
definitely generational love for the prequels that I'm not going to say I hate the prequels. I've reevaluated some things about them to find, that I like better. There are still some things that don't work for me, but if
I very much,
but everybody else loves them, then go and love them.
Yeah.
I remember when my aunt and uncle they took me to go see episode 1 in theaters, and I remember just my reaction just by seeing Darth Maul's lightsaber like being the double bladed, like just everybody was up out of their seats at that point. Like I remember like the roar just from that moment. But it made me enjoy the experience even more. And then I think it was from like then on where I was just like really into like all the newer Star Wars movies at the time, and wanting to follow it through up to today. But yeah,
I very much have a whole shtick on all that of like the whole thing with the prequels. A lot of people are looking back at them or looking at them from the lens of I saw those when I was like 25 or 30, and it's like I saw them when I was, I don't know, I guess it was like 6. Was it like 6, 7, and 10 or whatever, however that fell? And at that time, as a 6-year-old seeing Phantom Menace, it was the thing that blew my mind the most. Like it was aimed at those kids watching it, like almost to the detriment of anybody over the age of 25, probably. But I think that it hit those kids, that group of kids at that age, in a way that just exploded their imaginations, and like blew their minds in ways they didn't know movies could do. So I don't know. I have that whole thing of like, yes, you're right. There are some things. Sometimes there's aspects of them that may not age well with you, but you're not going to tell me that as a 10-year-old, or a 12-year-old going to see Revenge of the Sith, your mind wasn't like,
it's like holy crap.
But I know with like the actors like Ian McGregor, Natalie Portman, Hayden Christensen, I know like they were getting a lot of flack when they were coming out, when they were released, or like critical about the movies, and they were kind of like worried. But now like the generation like me and Tony and Josh, who grew up with the prequels, coming to them in our 30s and saying like this really was life-changing for us, and it really like warms their heart and things like that. And then like the actor who played Jar Jar Binks shows up in the Mandalorian episode, which was great.
Yeah, it's like a foundational thing at like that very impressionable age, And I was one coming into like even at the age of 6 seeing Phantom Menace in the theater. I loved episode 4, 5, and 6 so much. Even at that point, like Empire and Jedi were a part of my personality by the time I was 6 years old. So like it wasn't a matter for me of like I didn't love 4, 5, and 6. Those were one of my favorite things in the world at age 6. But going into having your Star Wars or your like this is the Star Wars that came out while you were alive, is an important aspect. And that's one thing where I try to even put into perspective of the idea of like 7, 8, and 9 is a different generation Star Wars, So like put some having some respect for that and that generation who got into it through those films,
Yeah.
No, and don't get me wrong, I do like Star Wars because I appreciate it as far as the art form and the story. I think they're great, and they are timeless. They're able to live through the universe, and they just keep going and going, and it's like the universe. There's so many stories that you can tell, and that's what they're doing right now, which is great. Empire Strikes Back is definitely the best one that I like. But other than that, I mean, I'm gonna start this trivia now. Okay, you guys say you are fans, correct?
I think so.
Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna ask you again. You say you're fans, right? That means you're gonna get all these answers to the questions I'm gonna do. I went really deep into the internet. Okay, I almost went into the dark web to try to find some of these questions.
Oh no!
And see if you guys can actually do it. But I said I almost did. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is let me get ready here, because I'm trying to do everything here. So give me 1 second.
Did we all see the re-release of Return of the Jedi this weekend? Yes.
I know you did.
Oh, you did share some pictures, Desiree. I know you were there. I was
Yeah, I did see
Jen
that.
and I were at the same showing, actually.
We were at the same.
I did, and then today something came up in my feed that was the poster, like the screen print poster for the 40th anniversary release. I told myself beforehand I wasn't gonna buy it, but it was like a timed release, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just doing it. I bought it. It was like
mine's shipping right now, so I might have to find it. Yeah, but it did I was like, well, should we ask like the Cinemark? And we did ask the people at Cinemark, and I didn't know this is that they reuse the posters. They redistribute the posters. But I'm like, this doesn't make sense because you're only releasing Return of the Jedi for like 4 days. I'm like,
yeah,
that sounds like hooey to me.
I don't know. She's like, we reuse them. I'm like, all right, but like I could see like the newer ones. And they,
I don't know. I'm excited for
theaters, it. But I'm like, I don't like. Are you gonna throw
like
out?
It's like an 8-color screen printed poster. I'm very excited about it.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. You guys are talking too much about things. Are you guys nervous or something?
No.
Like you guys are trying to like hold off this trivia or what? Okay. All right.
I'm ready for the first question.
Game show host Luz is very strict.
I really do hope that the answers are right because I just copied and paste. So we'll see. But I think they are.
I hope you didn't get it from Wikipedia or anything.
Let's go. I'm excited.
I think that if anyone who's watching can want to comment and like play along, they can do that too.
Yeah, please. Listen to Desiree. If you have a
play
question,
along in the comments, comment on your answers, play along.
For this fans, make sure that you put it on there on the comment section. I will put it up here, and then we'll get started. Okay, so hold on. See, I just did that. So you ready again? Let me see this, and then we do. All right, you ready? You guys need water or something?
No.
Good.
Okay.
Put our hand up to answer.
Or just like this.
So the rules is that when I ask the question, you can't shout it. You're just gonna have to raise your hand like a good old man. Okay.
You're not gonna make us do like a Wookiee growl or anything, which is preferable. Like, no, we just put our hand up. That's best. No.
Okay.
I can't do that. No.
No, hand up. We won't embarrass ourselves too much.
All right.
You can do it, but I'm not gonna do it.
You can embarrass yourself. I mean, you're already doing the show, so there you go.
Wow.
Don't worry about it. Okay. You guys are gonna look good. Okay. Let's see. I have like a lot of questions. I'll start. Oops.
Oh no!
The Force. The Force.
Okay. That is the answer.
Got it.
Let's start talking about more Star Wars stuff.
Oh, are we gonna do it like Jeopardy? Let's do it like Jeopardy. What is the Force?
What is the Force?
What is created by midi-chlorians?
Let me bring Rich back. Sorry there.
We can still talk about Star Wars.
Okay, that was easy because I messed up. Okay, so that was what do they call the invisible power that binds the galaxy together?
Force.
Force.
I didn't know that. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay, ready? This one. In how many languages is C3PO fluent? Okay.
Come on.
I saw Desiree put it up first, but hold on. Okay.
You want me to answer?
Yes, go ahead. Desiree.
6 billion.
6?
I think so.
Did you say 6 billion?
Is it 6 billion?
Tony?
Mine was 8 billion, but I don't know if I'm not sure if that's
okay.
Either.
Rich?
I thought it was 8 million.
Okay. You both said 8 million, and then how about you, Josh?
Yeah, I was agreeing with Rich. I was gonna say 8 million.
Okay. Well, there is about 3 of you, right?
Million.
Oh, you said billion.
I said billion. So.
Oh, you said billion? Well, then you was right.
Yeah, I was kind of ish right, but
it's really more than 6 million. You guys all got it wrong.
All right.
Probably got it all wrong.
Okay.
Well, 8 billion is more than 6 million, technically.
That is true. I guess you got it right. But I'm going to give it to Desiree because she did it first. Desiree, can you keep track of who gets one? Just
sure. Let me write it down over here.
Going on, and I'm just going to give all the answers. And
were you giving me one for that?
Yeah. So you get.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oof. Let's see. This show's going to be long. Okay, ready?
We'll talk about more Star Wars. So.
Okay. What is the Wookiees' home world and how do you pronounce it? Oh, I think I saw Tony first. All right, hold on.
Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it?
Kashyyyk. I believe that's how you say it. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
No, it's right. It's Kashyyyk.
It sounds right.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you that because
I'm asking you to spell it.
we're gonna move.
Kashyyyk. Oh, there's
Kashyyyk,
three
the
Ys.
phonetics-
I didn't
the
know there's
phonetics.
three Ys.
I keep like Listen, I made these claps. They're gonna happen. Okay. Hold on. Okay. All right. That's two. No, that's one. Okay.
That's
All
one.
right.
for
Let's
Tony.
try another one. Something I haven't. Let me see. Why are Rey's and Kylo's minds connected? I saw Rich going that. Okay.
They are a dyad in the Force.
Okay. Why are okay? I guess next, Tony.
No, that's what I would have said. He explained it very well.
I think you did. I think they my copy and paste didn't work here because this says who connected them.
Oh, that
who
was a
connected?
part of it too.
Yeah, no. Okay,
You guys are wrong.
Okay, so we give that to Rich. Okay.
Give it to Rich.
How many questions are we doing anyway? Until we go until 8:00. Okay.
Or we can do like
Okay.
10 and still talk about Star Wars. So
I gotta go to dinner. Yeah, so I'll leave you guys here for like until 9, 10 o'clock. Okay, hold on.
we can do like 10 questions.
I'm kidding. You guys are getting excited. Hold on. All right.
Do like 10.
Okay, another one. Ready? How is Raven? Oop. How is Ray related to Palpatine?
Spoiler alerts. Sheesh.
Who was that? Was that you, Tony? All right, Tony, go ahead.
Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter.
All right. Good job. Okay.
Spoiler alert, though, for
Who?
those who haven't seen.
4-year-old movie.
If they haven't seen it, they shouldn't be watching this show.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait. Let me do that again. Sorry. Okay. All right. Tony, you can't have a spoiler, on like a movie that happened like 10 years ago. Or
If you haven't seen it, where have you been?
It's
Yeah.
true.
Hello. Okay. This one's easy. What were Obi-Wan's last words to Luke after the Battle of Yavin? Oh, that was Rich first. If you guys don't know this, all right, Rich.
Oh,
Okay.
The Force will be with you
Say it again?
always.
Say it
The
again.
Force will be with you always.
All right. Good job.
Oh, hey.
You get a clap. At least you guys get at least a clap. After that, I'm gonna clap it. Okay. All right. All right. Good. Okay. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Whoop. This is hard. Oh, okay. Let's see. No, not that one. Okay. Okay. With 10 appearances, Anthony Daniels holds the record for actor who has appeared in the most Star Wars films playing what shiny. All right, Tony.
C-3PO.
Yeah, you got it, Tony. All right.
Yay.
Okay. Let's see.
That was easy.
That was very easy.
That was an easy one.
Let's see. I should be going in order because then I'm gonna do them twice. Let's see. Okay.
Side note: if anybody wants, Anthony Daniels did a book and about all that. He wrote a book about being C-3PO, and it's fantastic.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
He's
Oh,
also
yeah.
got
You know the
he's also
title
got
of
an airplane of C-3PO. It's a
Alright.
big
Yeah,
airplane.
All right, next. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What odds does C-3PO give Han for successfully navigating the asteroid field?
Oh,
You know this?
Math.
No? No one knows this?
hold on. Let me think.
Hold on. No one knows this. I have to.
No,
say-
I'm trying to think.
No,
of
hang on.
I have to.
I'm gonna take a guess.
Wait a minute. I gotta
Yeah,
get
exactly.
That's the answer, isn't it?
Oh, I should have said you can't go online and check. But I
This isn't
can't.
online.
You can't go back to 1977 books as either.
Okay.
Okay. All right. No one? I thought I saw. Oh, guess what?
Desiree's hazarding a guess.
I think it's
I'm just gonna. I know he says it. It's like 400 to 1 or something. I don't know. It's probably not right. Something to 1.
Hold on. Let me tell you. His
yeah, something to one.
Wow.
2 million to one.
I know it's not right.
This one.
Yeah, I knew it was an explicit number.
Number.
All
I'm gonna
right.
remember that.
Ooh, hey, that's basically like one for me. Okay, so put that for me. If you guys don't get it, that's for me.
Okay.
It's point. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Tony's leading right now.
Leaving or leading?
Can't have that.
Tony's winning.
He's leading.
Well, now we're gonna go really fast. Okay, you ready?
All right, speed round.
Ready and go. Which episode number is the first Star Wars films? That was Josh. Go ahead.
4.
Yeah, he got it. All right, write that down.
That's a trick question for some people.
Yeah, my sister is always confused about why they went the way they did as far as the order goes. She's probably
Question.
watching right now.
Question for everybody: how do you watch Star Wars? How do you watch them all? Do you
Release
prefer
order.
release order?
I do
Yeah.
release order, but George Lucas says you gotta watch them first to last.
Episodic order.
Yeah, I don't think that works as well.
I still want to have somebody do 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6 for the first time ever watching it, but I haven't done that yet.
The
'Cause
hatchet
that's
order.
one of like the horrible
Yeah.
questions. like the,
I think that's a controversial question, Desiree. You should have left
It
it.
is.
Yeah.
We'll come back to
I
that
had
one.
no choice but to watch it 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Because I like to ask the audience because there's like 6 questions there. I don't know if they're actually questions or they're just like making fun of you guys. Let me see. Oh, they might be.
Probably making fun of us. That's usually
Oh, I
the
think
case.
they're answering the questions.
Oh,
was he answering the
Oh,
questions?
okay.
are they doing it? Are they getting them right?
No, my dad.
Right.
It's not 1,000,001.
Oh, and then he said, "Who on the planet has seen all 9 movies?"
We all did.
We all did.
Not me.
I would say who's seen all 12.
Who has seen them on mute?
I mean, yeah, I've seen all 12.
I've seen all the movies.
Oh,
I unfortunately, I haven't seen all the animated stuff. I need to really buckle down and watch that stuff because I've heard it's great.
It's everyone's favorite, like, of the shows. Like, what's everyone enjoying from the shows?
The shows.
Side.
All right. We'll talk about that later. Let's see.
All right.
Okay.
Just because you guys got
We need time.
Yeah. All right.
We got more questions.
All right. Ready? And go. Who directed Return of the Jedi? Okay, Tony, go ahead.
Oh, wait, Richard Marquand? No. Yeah, it's wrong. I don't forget his last name.
Let's see. You gotta get it right. Go ahead, Rich.
Richard Marquand. Marquand.
There you go. Sorry.
Rich. Okay, good job.
Rich gets that one.
All right.
No, Rich and Tony are tied. So.
I get stripped of one of my Star Wars.
Yes.
It's a demerit.
Tony,
You
next
know
time
that.
you say you know everything about Star Wars, I'll just come back to this show and prove you wrong. Good thing we're live pretty much everywhere. Okay, perfect. All right. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
And oh wait,
Jim just gave us
We
one.
got that one.
May the force be with you.
and
Clear my browser history.
here's another one like that. You ready? Go.
Yeah.
What did Princess Leia say to Han when the Millennium Falcon did not want to start up in Hangar 7? Rich.
Would it help if I got out and pushed?
Exactly like it. Oh, all right.
Rich is in the lead now.
Yeah, Rich is pulling ahead.
Okay, one more. Well, a few more. We have like 50. All right, let's do it. Ready? Go.
Mhm.
According to Yoda, what did Luke need to do in order to complete his training and become a Jedi Master? I think I said Tony. Was that? Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Was it you, Josh?
It was me. I was watching his hand.
Josh, I see that you're falling behind. What was it?
He had to confront Vader again.
Oh, okay.
However,
No,
he was not going to become a Jedi Master. He was just going to become a Jedi Knight. But anyway, we won't get. It's fine.
Just like his
that's
dad.
what it was on the website. I just copied and pasted.
Uh-huh.
Right, let's see. Okay. Okay. This one's gonna be fast. What 2018 Star Wars film focuses on the early adventures of Chewbacca and the character? Blah 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 blah. I think I saw Tony. That took you that long, Desiree?
I was reading the question.
Solo, a Star Wars story? Is that
So, well, I don't know. Tony, go ahead.
Solo, a Star Wars story? I think it's technically called a Star Wars story. Yeah, Solo.
Yeah, Solo.
Let's just go Solo.
I didn't want to jump the gun. I was reading the question.
No. Let's see. Okay, one more. Although known officially only as the Child, as of May 2020, what is the more popular name for the long-eared creature introduced in the first episode of The Mandalorian? Who was that for? Who was first?
I
think it was Tony, actually. Tony?
Grogu.
Oh, no.
Baby Yoda. It was Baby Yoda.
It was Baby Yoda.
Wait, what do you say that again? Oh, the you're
more
saying
popular name.
The more
made a
popular
mistake
name.
by
Sorry, I misread that.
That's why I read the question.
I did. I thought that they were saying
Hold on.
kind of. Oh, my bad. My bad.
Hold on.
Wah, wah, wah.
All right.
Oh well.
I have like an answer by itself. Maybe I moved something. Oh no. Okay. Hold on. Okay.
I got too excited, guys. I jumped the gun. My bad.
All right. This one is fast as well. Ready?
Okay.
Yeah. What two rhyming words summarize the following phrase? A sweet, baked good, often enjoyed with milk for a tall, hairy species from Star Wars. Rich?
Right.
Yeah, I guess it's gonna be you, Rich.
Okay. Cookie Wookie.
How about you, Josh?
I think so.
Josh, you raise your hand.
Nah, give it to him.
All right, well, you got it backwards, but Wookie, Wookie cookie.
Well, you said in the question the
That's
sweet
a
treat
good-
and then the thing, so I went Cookie Wookie. So
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
It's fine.
Still
Okay,
got
we
it.
have a new rule, okay? Because Desiree seemed to have gotten upset here that
I'm
we
upset.
are gonna wait until I read the question, then you raise your hand, okay? All right.
Good call.
I don't
Okay.
want to be, like.
Good call.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Which musician, writer, and actor landed the role of Lando how do you say Calrissian?
Calrissian.
In Solo, a Star Wars story.
Um.
That was Rich did it for. Oh, Rich, you broke the rules. Desiree broke the rules. Tony, go ahead.
Donald Glover or Childish Gambino or however you want to go by.
It's Donald Glover.
It's Donald
Good
Glover.
job, good job.
Boom, got both. Okay. Got to redeem myself. a
Listen
little
to
bit
me
here.
until I finish talking, even if I get stumbled on some words, okay? This is a different language I'm reading from, like the universe, okay? So,
See, that's why I figure we should write them.
It's a good idea.
yeah, that was a good idea, Josh, for next year. I'm going to buy everybody a,
Whiteboard and
Whiteboards and blizzards.
All right, ready? Okay. Rey, the scavenger turned Jedi in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, is first shown on what planet? Tony?
Oh, was it me? Jakku.
Yay! Good job. All right. Ready for another one.
Mhm.
What character is responsible for the death of Jabba the Hutt in Return of the Jedi? You broke the rules, Desiree?
Yeah.
I think that was Josh.
I think it might have been him.
Princess Leia.
Okay. I'll just put Leia, but okay. All right, next. The Lars family, the adoptive family of Luke Skywalker, were farmers on the planet Tatooine. Tatooine? How do you say it?
Tatooine. Yeah.
Tatooine. Well, what was it that they farmed? Rich?
they were moisture farmers.
Ah, yes.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right, this one's gonna be very quick. What is Baby Yoda's real name?
Grogu.
Who was that, Josh?
That was a Josh.
That was a Josh. You broke the rules. Did I say you could go or something?
You went
But
like
his hand
this.
was.
All right.
Yeah, you did. You said you
went-
were right. Yeah.
You went like that. You pointed.
I'm pointing like somewhere.
We're
in
all
my
seeing the
head.
same thing, so she's pointing at all of us.
Yeah, technically.
I thought you had to just say it.
Yeah.
All right. No.
How do I direct you?
Okay. Ooh, this one. Okay.
Well,
ready?
she went like this. It's like go.
I'm going to the screen. That's everybody. All right. Next, ready?
Grogu.
What is Mando's real name for the Mandalorian?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at my phone.
Oh,
So,
Luz.
was that Tony?
I wasn't paying attention.
I'll give it to Rich because he's been, good.
Jin Darin.
Jin?
Dgin Jaren.
All right.
You looked it up.
Yeah, in that microsecond.
All right, super fast. Ready? What year did the first Star Wars movie come out? Oh, Rich was quick. You guys, he just literally told you a whole story about 1977.
1977. Weren't you paying attention, people? This is really cool.
I think my hand was up first.
Wait a second. Hold on. Someone's inviting me to go get coffee. I might leave you guys. All right. No, I'm kidding. All right. Who's ready? Next.
Yeah.
Who are Kylo Ren's parents? I think that was Desiree.
Yeah.
Han Solo and Princess Leia.
Okay. Good job. All right. You're keeping track, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. Now we're gonna finish a quote. So you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hold on. Let me take time to send this. Ready. And
You on coffee?
there. Finish this quote from The Mandalorian. This is the.
Yeah, my hand was up too early. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Then that was Tony then.
Way. This is the way.
All right. Okay. You guys are doing good. Let's see. How are we doing, Desiree? I have another set of questions. There's about 30 of them. I like to see. I want to see how you guys are feeling. I'm feeling a little tired, to be honest, but if you guys are still excited.
No, Tony and Rich are tied, so they need a tiebreaker question.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Going down,
I
Susie.
think the two of them should answer, and Josh and I don't answer.
Oh, I thought Rich was ahead of me still.
No, you're tied.
You can think that if you
Okay.
want. That's fine.
All right, that's not bad. Okay. Let's see. And here we go. Do I give you time, Desiree, or are you going to look at the camera? You're good?
Nope, they're tied. They're 7-7.
7-7. Okay, all right. Ready for the next one then?
Yep.
All right. Anakin Skywalker grew up to be who? Desiree, because you guys raised your hand before I finished.
Oh my god.
Darth Vader.
Good job. Josh is never coming back to us. Scranton Talks.
My hand was up first a couple of times.
Oh,
I'm watching all of you.
Okay. Maybe this game is rigged.
Maybe.
Who knows? All right, ready? Josh?
Yep.
You're not even looking. Maybe that's what you're not.
There's no question.
All right, ready? Go.
Yeah.
For Yoda, what is the path to the dark side? I was waiting for you, Josh. I think that was Rich.
I'm gonna go sleep.
Oh wait, Rich, did you
was-
Rich it? Oh, then that was
Tony actually had it, I
I
think.
think Tony
Oh,
had it.
didn't it? Fear. Fear is the path to the.
Yes, very wise words, guys. Okay, so please, what is the path to the dark side? Fear. So don't be scared of things. Okay, just follow your dreams. All right. Okay, this one's very, very easy. I think anyone can get it. So I'm gonna let you guys just shout it. Okay,
Hmm?
if you know it. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go.
George
George
Lucas.
Lucas.
Not even if I do that, guys can get be quick. So Desiree, that was good.
George Lucas.
Okay. All right, ready? And no, this one you have to raise your hand, okay?
Okay.
Which film was the final installment of the Skywalker saga?
God damn it, I was early again.
Oh,
Sorry.
no. Actually, that was Josh. Go ahead.
Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, good. Okay. All right, this one you guys should know. Ready? What color was Mace Windu's lightsaber? Josh.
Purple.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, next. What color was Yoda's lightsaber? Oh, Josh.
Green.
Well, Josh,
Josh. All right. All right. Then what is the name of Anakin's stepbrother? Josh.
Owen Lars.
wait a second now.
Right, Tony. What do you want me to do? Let me give him a couple.
he's
Owen Lars.
behind.
Josh suddenly
Owen
woke up.
Lars.
All right. Next. Quick. Who composed the soundtrack album to the 1977 film Star Wars? Tony.
John Williams. I don't know if I was early, but yeah.
Well, you went like this. So. All right. Good job. All right. Okay. And next. What character did Carrie Fisher's daughter, Billy Lord, played in Star Wars?
I know. I
Ooh.
don't know the name of that
Ooh.
character, but
Yikes.
I know who it is. I just don't know the name of the character.
Are you sure about that, Desiree?
I'm not sure if she has a name, but I know she was like one of the Rebel Alliance or like the Resistance.
There's a name for everybody. I don't know who it is though.
I don't know the name either. I know she's like in the Resistance.
We don't take those for answers.
I don't like the sound effect.
Oh, jeez.
Have no idea.
All right. Okay. Next. Oh, hold on. Let me see if someone got it. Oh, look. Hey, someone turned me on because I hear feedback. Natasha got it right. Maybe I'll send her the well, she got half of it right? Or no? Wait, is that the name?
Not quite, but
Oh,
it
no,
was close.
you got it wrong, Natasha. Sorry.
Closer than the rest of us, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, she got it wrong. Sorry. You got lieutenant.
It was an
That's-
attempt
Nice.
at least.
Kind of, yeah, she
It
got
was
it.
close. It was close.
Okay, next. Ready? And who does BB-8 belong to? Ooh, that's right.
Poe Dameron.
Gameron?
Dameron with a D.
Okay. Okay, ready? And how many children does Darth Vader have? That was close with Desiree or Tony, so I'll give it to Tony.
2 that we know of. No, 2.
Yeah, that is true.
It's
Okay, this one's easy. Ready? Who directed Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker? Josh.
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah. Okay. All right, ready? And go. Who does Finn kiss in The Last Jedi? Oh, Josh.
And nah, I don't know.
Come on, I even know that. Okay, let's give it to Rish.
Nah, I don't know.
It was
her name.
Rose.
How about you, Tony?
No, that was my answer. Rose.
Yeah?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, you guys still get it wrong. But it is Rose. No, you get it right. But you didn't get it on the first try, so
I was
that's
gonna say Rich gets the point.
we don't do seconds. No, it's whoever gets the first.
Oh,
This is
I
not
don't know about that rule. Okay.
You want him to get the point? It's up to you.
I mean, he knew
You
it.
can
I
lose,
would say
Tony.
he should get the point.
He got the answer.
But
All right, give him the point. That's right. Give him the
Okay.
point. Good job.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
All right, next. Palpatine gave the command to execute what order in Revenge of the Sith? I think that was Tony. Was that Tony? I don't want people to get mad at me.
I think so.
All right, put your hand down. Okay, go up. Okay, Josh.
66.
66. Okay. Good job. All right. I think this is the last one. All right, ready? Legend describes what as the hidden world of the Sith? Rish?
I'm trying to blank.
Exegol.
Yeah. Good job. Hold on. And
Yes.
time is
Hard to believe I'm single, huh?
Huh? We don't have a jingle. We should get
I said,
one.
hard to believe I'm single, huh?
Hard to believe. Wait. So now who won? Who won? Let's see.
I think it's Rich.
Well,
No,
Tony and Rich are still tied.
no
10.
really?
Yeah, with 10.
I thought Rich was ahead there, though.
Was Natasha giving you the answers here?
No.
Rich
I
and,
don't know now.
Tony and Rich are tied.
Well, we need to do at least one more.
One
Oh,
more for the
good.
break it.
All right. It's gonna have to be a hard one. I don't have one. Okay. Okay, hold on. You guys are gonna have to wait for this one for a second.
Oh, jeez.
It's gonna be very hard. Let's see. Which movie do you want it from? Old ones or new ones?
You pick, Rich. I don't know.
Let's go classics.
Okay, Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
Ooh, Rich, I heard that.
I'll let them answer it so they can break the tie.
Where do you see the oh, here. Hold on. Don't tell me.
We can talk about like the Star Wars shows. Or Luz is doing that.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be one that's hard. So talk about among yourselves. You guys get like.
So
maybe
what are
10
your
more minutes.
favorite the shows that
I gotta
you've
work
been
tomorrow.
watching?
10 more minutes, okay?
For just pure Star Wars pulpy enjoyment, I would probably have to say The Mandalorian.
Yeah, definitely.
But for like the darker side and also my interest in, how politics and how systems work like that, Andor, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they bring different things to the table, which is what's kind of great about Star Wars. You can do a whole lot of different things. I mean, I don't know if anybody else has watched the animated Visions series.
Oh, I haven't yet. No. Not yet.
Yeah, I've watched
They're
half.
great.
I've watched the first season, half of the second season, and the fact that they can kind of go in and use the Star Wars template and tell all sorts of different stories is, I think, one of the strengths of the series, the whole franchise.
Yeah.
So I kind of prefer my Star Wars that kind of push boundaries and explore different things rather than just repeat certain things over and over and over again. But your mileage may vary.
Yeah, I've always been drawn to I never got into the Clone Wars because I couldn't get past my brain that Anakin had an apprentice at some point. But I did love watching Rebels because Rebels can be somewhere in the galaxy while everything else is happening somewhere else. It's their own thing. But then I love when Obi-Wan shows up or Darth Maul shows up. And then Mandalorian is the same way. I love Mandalorian. I also was watching Boba Fett, which is pretty good. And I really love Bad Batch, which is an animated series. Bad Batch is about Clone Force 99, which is a special group of clones. And it's my favorite clone is Tech, and he died in season 2.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert! And I'm like, oh, this is bad.
What I find interesting is in the last couple of things that we've seen, like Bad Batch and some of the plot lines in Mandalorian, where they're really trying to make a solid base for the whole Emperor comes back as a clone in Rise of Skywalker, which did feel kind of out of left field a little bit. So, I'm liking that they're going back and saying, well, here's what he was doing that whole time to kind of, I don't want to say it's justifying it because that sounds almost defensive, but they're filling in that backstory now. So they're creating their own clone
context.
saga, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay, here's your question.
Oh no! Is this a Christmas holiday special question?
This is, and I don't know it, so go for it.
I don't know. It was the first one. So it's between
Rich.
Rich and Tony, right?
No, yeah, but Rich knows it. I don't know it.
Rich wrote.
I know
I
the
think
kid's
I know
name
it.
is
I
Lumpy.
think I know.
Yeah,
It's been a couple of years since I've watched the holiday special voluntarily. And I have a thing about the holiday special I'm going to veer off to in a second. But was it Lumpy? I know Mala
Lumpy's
is
the
his
kid.
wife.
You
I
are
think
making
Lumpy's
this
the
show
kid.
longer than it has to be.
I don't know.
I
Is
think
anyone
Lumpy was
out
the
in the
son.
universe now?
Hold on, let me see if someone got it online.
Anyone online know what it is?
Is it sleepy? Is it grumpy?
Itchy.
Oh,
my
itchy.
goodness.
It's
Damn
the
it.
ace.
Alright,
It's the
alright,
ace
let me
dwarf.
find another one. Keep talking.
I don't know if anybody else saw, the Library of Congress put out a video today for Star Wars Day where they were in their film storage vault, and all three films are on the National Film Registry, which means the Library of Congress holds an actual print copy of that film, as part of a preservation effort. So they were talking about, yes, here are our copies of Star Wars, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. All the theatrical releases, the original theatrical, not the special editions, which I was like, ooh.
That's great.
But also they're talking about how they have so many videotape holdings and that they're converting slowly to digital. The very first thing the guy said that they converted to digital from videotape, from 3/4 inch tape, was the holiday special.
Oh.
I'm like, wait a minute. The United States government has a copy of the Star Wars holiday special, basically.
Much to the sadness of George Lucas.
I saw this like about 10 minutes before we started here, before I logged in to meet you guys. But I'm probably going to write about that later tonight for tomorrow. I was kind of just like flabbergasted by that. I was like, what?
All right. You ready for the next question? Let me see. Okay, Tony and Trish. Which character says the following lines? Okay, ready?
Okay.
Oh, wait. I don't think I have the answer. Hold on.
And any of us could be right.
Wait, Luz, play the wah for yourself right now.
Hold on. That's funny. Hold on.
We're gonna say all of them. All the characters say the following lines.
All the characters say
lines. I don't have it. Okay. No, I have the line. I just don't have the answer. Okay. An object cannot make you good or evil. The temptation of power, forbidden knowledge, even the desire to do good can lead. It doesn't look like you guys know. Do some.
This is a show question.
But only to change yourself.
This is a show. I'm gonna just.
This is a show question. I don't even know where these questions are coming from. Don't you? Okay.
Exactly. I'm gonna say Ahsoka says that. I don't think that's true, but I'm gonna take a wild guess.
Oh, I think I know.
Oh, you do?
I think.
You're not.
I'm gonna say Luke.
Okay.
In the
How
show.
about you, Rich?
I'm gonna have to go with Luke.
Well, according to quizbreaker.com, is Bendu.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
Who?
Exactly.
One of the early Jedi.
Oh.
Is this where is this from? Is this from like the early movies or?
No,
this feels like it has to be from the books.
Oh, it's from the books. Maybe that's why I'm getting
Possibly. It feels like it. So.
Okay, all right. This is the last one. If you guys don't get this one, okay, and this is what is probably gonna close this. Okay, this could be a character or somebody just related to Star Wars. Okay, hold on. And it's really what everybody. Let's see. This is gonna be very fast. Been saying that since like 7. It's already 8:30. Let's see. All right, ready? Oh, so this is just for Tony and Rich, correct?
Yeah, they're tied.
I think.
If you know it, you just raise your hand. Don't wait for me to finish it. Okay? Right or wrong, this is my movie. This is my decision, and this is my creative vision. And if people don't like it, they don't have to see it. Tony.
Like we're saying, who said that?
Yeah. Who said that?
George Lucas, I'm guessing.
You're guessing.
George Lucas.
God knows.
Either that or what's on George's or what's on.
What about you, Rich? Just to make sure, in case he gets it wrong.
I'm going with George Lucas as well.
I even know this, George Lucas.
Well,
I didn't know if that was a Rian Johnson thing because I feel like Rian Johnson.
Oh, don't you remember that everybody laughed at George Lucas for doing the film? They were all like, like I don't know what the heck we're doing here, and look at him.
Oh, George.
So that's great. That's a great way to end this show. Okay. Except,
congratulations, Tony.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Rich. I honestly thought you were gonna.
Yeah, 21 because he answered it first. So yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me update this. Tony, what's your last name?
Susie. That's good.
Right there. It's on his screen.
Yay! All right, everybody, look at the camera. Who's gonna take the screenshot? You? You know how? That's right.
I don't know. Do you want me to? I can take a screenshot.
Smile, and then this is the one that she's gonna put up on Instagram.
You ready?
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Good job. All right, guys, you did well, actually.
But yeah, with like George Lucas, going off of that, he paved a way for a lot of the films that we have now with building industrial light and magic, because he wanted to do things that weren't even possible yet, and he had the foresight to really bring a lot of talented, creative people together to build what is industrial light and magic now.
Just having the idea of non-linear editing and editing, first the Avid and all that digital technology for editing has ultimately, thanks to advances and everything, it's all filtered down to filmmakers at our level where we can, easily edit stuff. Nobody in the world is sitting around like an old Steinbeck, and pasting films together, film strips together, with the exception of maybe what's his face who's doing Oppenheimer. So yeah, Nolan probably is still, on an old Steinbeck. But
no, you're right. You're right, Rich. It makes total sense. I mean, we kid around about Star Wars and this and that. I make fun of you guys. But technically, this. I mean, if it wasn't for him and his vision, and he had an idea, and he knew, how to do it. He got friends to help him. People he trusted. We wouldn't be where we are right now with all the technology and all the advancements that. Because of animators, special effects guys, everybody. It's just been, I think, if whoever's part of his family should feel very, very proud.
And even the fact that he was like really super nervous about Star Wars opening. So like that opening weekend, he took off with his friend Steven Spielberg to Hawaii to hang out. And and sitting on a beach in Hawaii, they kind of came up with the first initial ideas for Raiders of the Lost Ark and Indiana Jones. Wow. So, that's a different domino that fell and launched a whole nother thing going on over there with, the Indiana Jones films, further technical innovations being needed, and then folding back into what we have today. It's never a straight line. There's a lot of interweaving threads into a great tapestry.
I'm glad they went to Hawaii.
Yeah.
No, it definitely makes sense. And I mean, I know, again, we've been going for a little bit, but this was very, very fun. I think this was a great episode that we had, Desiree. I'm glad that we did it, and I'm glad it was you guys. You guys are creatives around this area that are doing really good stuff. Just keep on creating, and there's that's the good thing about here is that there's so many of us doing different things, but really the same thing. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's true.
Make sure that you all stay connected, and I think Desiree and I are gonna do our closings, but if you guys just hang on here for a second. Go ahead, Desiree. I'll leave it up to you
Yeah, so thanks everyone out there in the universe for coming in and tuning in for our special Star Wars Day Scranton Talks. This wouldn't be possible without the help of a Lackawanna County Arts and Culture grant, which was very beneficial for us. So I want to thank Lackawanna County for that as well, and for all of you who support us by coming to events and tuning in and listening to our podcast, things like that. And we have, so I want to thank Tony Susie, Rich Dries, and Josh Bidwell for joining us and taking the time to be here and talk about all things Star Wars. We always have wonderful events coming up, so be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can see any of these previous talks on there as well if you can't make a live stream. And we also have a podcast on multiple platforms where you can listen to the audio that we'll upload later on. If you miss any of the lives, you can listen to it or watch it. So,
yes. Thank you so much again. And again, this was very, very fun. And we hope. Wait, before we leave, Desiree, we have a show on Monday.
We do have a show on Monday. Yeah, so we have Josh Fox on our Scranton Talks on Monday the 8th at 7:15 p.m. Eastern. For those of you, Josh Fox directed Gasland. He's from around this area, and he was at the Northeast Pennsylvania Film Festival for opening night, which he showed a secret screening of one of his work in progress films. So it'll be wonderful to talk to him and to see what he wants to promote and what he's working on now.
Exactly. Thank you so much again. So I'll leave you guys with the promo from Star Wars that hopefully we don't get a call, but I hope it's from Joseph, because maybe we can tell him to be on the show. So thank you again, and it was a pleasure, guys. So
yes, great.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having
May the
us.
Force be with you.
guys also.
May the Force be with you all.
May the Force be with you.
Please hang out
And with
backstage
you
for a
too.
second, and we'll come back when we're off. Thank you.
Yep.
There are stories about what happened.
The Force. The Jedi. It's true. All of it. We've passed on all we know. But this is your fight.
There will be times when the struggle seems impossible. Remember this. Freedom is a pure idea. Remember that the frontier of the rebellion is everywhere.
This is the way. May the Force
Be with you.
always